Hello, Michelle. How's it going today?
Good, Lindsay. I like your shirt.
Oh, I like yours. Good color choice today. So
Thank
funny.
you.
Our listeners, guys, if you're listening today on YouTube, you'll know that Michelle and I both happen to be wearing red shirts today, randomly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the first thing I noticed, so that's very fun. But I have a question for you, Lindsay.
Okay, I'm
Are
ready.
you good at cleaning?
Oh my gosh, I am not very good at cleaning. I like cleaning. I like the satisfying part of cleaning, like vacuuming, because you can see your results. But in terms of pulling things back and getting under things, I will just go around things when I clean them. So I'll leave the dust underneath the item. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not very thorough, in other
Not
words.
very thorough. Okay, okay.
No.
What about, do you have a cleaning schedule? How regimented are you when it comes to cleaning?
Yeah, we try to clean on Sundays, so not super regimented, like it has to happen if we're out on a hike or something, we won't do it.
Yeah.
But, generally I like to have the house clean on Monday morning. So Sundays, if we're home, we'll get the garbage and do some vacuuming and that sort of thing. What
Yeah.
about you? Do you have a schedule when it
I
comes to
don't.
cleaning?
I
No?
don't. But I'm going but I'm going to get better. What I've realized is because guys, we've talked about my topsy-turvy summer. I am in an
Mhm.
Airbnb, so a lot of my stuff is in storage, and
Yeah.
I've realized that I don't need as much stuff as I
Oh,
thought I
great
need,
realization.
right?
Yes, such an important insight, Michelle. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, so that's been a little bit interesting. I'm kind of feel like, okay, well, when I move, maybe I don't need all that other stuff. Everybody just leave it because I don't even know what it is that I don't
Oh,
have.
really? It's such a good feeling. That's why I miss the days of traveling abroad and just having what's on my backpack.
Yeah.
You really just don't need that much stuff to be happy in life, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
true.
It is. So today we are going to actually talk about cleaning. And we are going to go over phrasal verbs. We know you guys love learning phrasal verbs. They're super useful. And so we are going to
Yes.
teach some of the most useful cleaning phrasal verbs today.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and if you haven't already listened, check out episode 256 of the Business English podcast, which is one of our other shows. And it's Get Organized with This Business English Vocabulary.
Good. I love it. And guys, while you're over there on Business English, hit follow on that
Yes,
show and then come back and make sure you are hitting follow on this show so you can get our episodes automatically.
that's right.
Okay.
That's
All
right.
right. So, Michelle, why are phrasal verbs so hard, by the way? Why do we struggle so much with phrasal
Oh,
verbs?
well, because it can be hard to know based on the verb and the preposition what it actually means.
Yeah.
There's no real way to know that. And
Yep.
then
Yeah.
grammatically they can be tricky. So there's a lot of reasons why they're tough. And when you're learning English, you might not necessarily notice them. Notice that you might hear these two words and not realize that it's a phrasal verb. So,
It's so true. It's so
yeah.
true. They're not intuitive, right?
No.
They're not translated logically. They don't make any sense. So these are phrasal verbs that we want to learn in context, guys. And that's what we're going to do today. So for anyone who cleans their house or cleans in general, these are going to be super useful. I mean, we all at some point have to clean our houses, right? At some point.
Absolutely. Right. And this is a good connection skill because I know it sounds funny. Oh, cleaning is a good connection topic, but it is. Lindsay and I, we got into a whole discussion already from the beginning. So
Mhm.
I'm someone who believes that pretty much anything can be a good connection
Oh,
topic.
it's so true. It is so true. And we show you how to do it here. So let's dive in. I think our listeners are ready, Michelle, for the first one. So let's start broad. What is it?
So the first one is just clean up. Now, you've probably heard this one, right? This is a more broad one, like Lindsay said, it's more general. So
Mhm.
it's basically clean. So you could say, I have to clean up this place before my parents get here.
Yeah. And could we say I have to clean this place up too? Is it
I have to
separable?
clean this place. Yes.
Yeah, totally. So I like this. Does this mean heavy scrubbing or does this mean straightening out or any of the above, would you
It
say?
I would say it means any of the above. I wouldn't say it means scrubbing, right? Like completely hard cleaning. I would say maybe somewhere in the middle. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, I think it's pretty broad in terms of
Yeah.
what you might do. I
Yeah.
I I think of it a little bit more picking up, kind of organizing a little
Mm,
bit. I have to clean this place up.
getting
If
your
I'm gonna
clothes
really
off the
get
floor.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna really get into scrubbing the
Yeah.
floors,
Yeah.
I think I might choose a different word, and maybe we'll learn that word
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
but cleaning up is a broad term. It kinda just
Mhm.
means clean, right?
Right.
I have to clean this
Exactly.
place. Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't add a lot of extra value by saying up, and that's the interesting
Yeah,
thing
I know.
about phrasal verbs, Michelle. Why do we need the up?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I have to clean up this place, yeah, versus I have to
I have to
clean
clean
this
this
place.
place. It adds 0 value other than maybe it just becomes a little more casual, maybe.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah, we just love adding those prepositions. But sometimes it does add value and it changes the meaning. That's why I'm glad we're talking about phrasal verbs today. So
Yes,
what
phrasal verbs
what
are
else?
huge. Alright, the
Mhm.
next one is tidy up. Tidy,
Okay.
so that's Tidy. So, what is tidy up?
This is a little more dainty. This is a little bit more about putting the finishing touches on something, okay?
Yeah,
So let me tidy up for a minute before you come in. This feels more rushed, a little quicker,
yeah,
lighter.
yeah.
What else, Michelle? What comes to
Right,
mind?
just a few minutes. Okay, you know what I'm thinking of? The
What?
movie Love Actually.
Okay.
Do you
We
remember
love that
Laura
movie.
Linney when she has her love interest come back,
Oh, yeah, of course.
and then she
Oh,
runs up to her room and she hides her teddy bear
yes.
and she
She's tidying up, right.
yeah,
Right, she's not exactly cleaning up because cleaning up implies more of a
little
commitment.
right, a little bit longer.
Mm,
A tidy up, she was just
mhm.
kinda quickly gathering her things together, putting
Yeah.
on the finishing touches.
Right, right. Oh, that scene is so sad. I think
It
that scene is
is
really
it
sad.
is really sad, and she's a teddy
Oh
bear, and
gosh.
anyway, okay.
Yeah. So
So
anyways,
yeah.
tidying up, or you might would you tidy up your look? No, maybe not. I'm trying to think if I would say that. No, it's really just a space, right,
Yeah,
Michelle?
right,
Yeah.
I think it would be more of a space.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
scrub off could
Oh.
be a space, or I guess technically you could scrub off your makeup.
Yeah, so that's the next one for you guys today. Scrub off. This implies you get it. You're really getting into it. We've got a bucket of water. We've got some soap. We've got a sponge, maybe.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm. Or
Let
maybe,
yeah.
yeah, a lot of people have Swiffer now. I wouldn't even
I
call that
know.
scrubbing off. I would
No, that's even easier than that. I think when you have a pet stain, like if your
yeah.
dog goes to the bathroom on the carpet, you're getting down on your hands and knees and you're scrubbing the carpet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's really different. So look at this. We've got clean up, tidy up, and scrub off. Michelle, do we have more after the break here too? Oh my gosh.
We do, we do.
All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back. Okay, Michelle, we're back to get into a few more phrasal verbs. What is next?
Okay, so we have a couple left. So this one is rinse off. So this is interesting because it also deals with water, but rinsing and scrubbing, would you say they're really the same?
Rinsing and scrubbing? I would say no,
Yeah.
because the key difference is how you use the water,
Yeah.
right? So when you rinse
Mhm.
off, it's more you're splashing water onto something. You're using the water to clean something
Right.
off. Whereas with scrubbing, you're using your hand and you're really getting into it. You're
Right.
loosening the fabric. Yeah. Mhm.
Right. You could rinse off dishes in the sink. Um,
Mhm.
but if you were scrubbing, you would be scrubbing off dirt. Like, let's say if you have something really you were cooking. Oh, isn't that the worst? If you, when you get something kind of stuck in the pan or on the plate and
Oh,
it
I
starts,
hate that.
and then you
And
have to
then
really
I
scrub off, or I don't know. Lindsay, do you have a dishwasher?
Yeah, we do. Sometimes when that happens, I think to myself, "Why did I even cook?" You know?
Yeah. Well, are you okay? Be honest. Have you ever
I'm always honest with you, Michelle.
I know, I know. Have you ever because the answer is for me, yes. Have you ever put something in the dishwasher and then it comes out and it's still there and you know that it has to be scrubbed off, but you just think, "Let's just put it back in and hopefully it'll work itself out." Do you ever
Put
do
it back
that?
in the dishwasher? Oh, yeah,
Yes.
for sure, for
Yeah, just
sure.
like, "Maybe
It
this time."
and it never does. It never works itself out. But I like this word because it's interesting. I've heard people use this word rinse off in more broad ways. For example, I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm just gonna hop in the shower and rinse off."
Mm,
And I never say that. I just say I'm gonna take a shower. And
yeah.
do you feel like if you say I'm gonna hop in the shower and rinse off, does it mean you're gonna fully like wash your hair and do a full showering, or does it feel a little lighter? Just maybe kind
Feels
of,
feels a
yeah.
little lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you went for a run and you washed your
Mm-hmm.
hair the night before, but you just want to
Yeah.
get that sweat off. You're just rinsing off.
Exactly, exactly. So there are some real nuances,
Yeah.
even when we talk about bathing between showering and rinsing off. Super interesting. I love
Yes,
it.
yes. And then the next one is clean out. Okay, so this
Yes.
is interesting because we have clean up and now we have a clean out.
Completely
So
different.
interesting. So what is to clean out something?
This is more of a purge, right? This is more of a purge. This is when we have our spring cleaning. We're going to
Mhm,
clean out my closet. You're going to clean out
mhm.
something when you use, right? It's not just I'm
Right,
going to clean out, period.
right.
No, there has to be
Yes,
something you're going
clean
to
out
clean
some.
out my car. I'm going to clean out my closet. I'm going to clean out I don't know, what else? The pantry, Michelle, the
Yeah,
fridge.
right, my
These are things.
drawer, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
My purse. Oof, that's a bad one. I
Oh, that's
hate
a good
that.
project.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's always something sticky in there from because of my kids.
Right.
Like, it's always like, "Oh, I didn't realize I had that
Sure.
gummy bear in there," or I didn't it's
Of
gross.
course. I I'm sure, I'm sure. And when you say I'm gonna clean out my car, could you also say I'm gonna clean up my car at the same time? I mean, can you
Right.
use both?
Yes, I think clean up my car maybe implies more maybe you're getting one of those little vacuums,
Okay.
maybe you
Mhm.
are just, like, wiping off the windshield, something like that, but
Yeah.
cleaning out the car is there's a bunch of how clean is your car, Lindsay? Do you keep st are you do you tend to
Mm,
store things in there? Are you Yeah,
mm. It tends to acquire things. It's not the
yeah,
worst. I'm sure there are worse cars,
yes,
but it's not the best either.
yeah,
Our car is not, pristine and perfect. Only after it goes to we go to the car wash and get an internal cleaning.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, so when I think about clean out, I think about having a trash bag next to me, and you're
yeah,
physically removing junk. Right?
yes,
It
right.
doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing the wiping and the washing. It's more about removing junk.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yeah. So, yeah, you could say,
Yeah.
"Let's clean out the car. There's too much trash in here."
Totally, and it's a great feeling, isn't it, Michelle?
Yes, it is. It definitely is. So yeah, like I said, this is a good connection topic, Lindsay. We have all these car. We have all these conversation questions that
Yeah,
I listed at the end, but we got into them naturally, and we did that because we were having fun talking about it. Because even though it sounds like something you wouldn't necessarily chat about, it
I
kind of
know.
is. It's kind of a
Yeah,
fun
like,
topic.
it's a great topic. For example, Michelle, are you someone that tidies up every day, a little bit every day, or do you just kind of let things kind of just pile up, and then at the end of the week, for example, you would just take care of things? Not really, because we talked about not cleaning as much, no
Yeah.
cleaning schedule, right?
Yeah, I sometimes when I get things when I do a big clean, I
Mhm.
think to myself, "Okay, every day is gonna take 5
Mhm.
minutes at the end of the day," and it never works
Yeah,
out. But
yeah.
I have big plans, Lindsay. I'm gonna change my life.
She's getting into it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good time to, because you're moving now,
Mhm,
things
mhm,
are changing. I love the time when you move or when you come back from a big trip or even a vacation.
mhm,
It's a moment to make changes. It's very
mhm.
exciting,
Yeah,
right?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So, all right, well, let's do a role play here. Um
Okay.
Put it all together. Here, we are sisters and we are getting ready for our parents to come visit.
All right, here we go. So, okay, we really need to clean up around here. This place is a disaster.
I know, I know. Okay, well, I'll start with the foyer. I only need to tidy that up a little.
Okay, just be sure to clean out the hall closet.
Oh, right. And there's a stain on the floor I need to scrub off.
Yeah, I'll rinse off the dishes.
Thanks.
Oh, we have a lot to do. Yes, that would
Yes.
be. Did you ever have your parents come and visit you at college and your
Mhm.
dorm is just a disaster? You feel like you have to clean up your dorm and tidy up and get ready for
I
them to come?
Not just in college now.
Now?
Um,
Yeah.
so
College, forget college.
yeah, forget college. But yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So you always feel like, oh, you don't want them to see how you really live.
I know, it's so true, it's so true. Let's go through this. So, very interesting because I think Aubrey and I have had a debate on this, and maybe I'm losing the debate now that I've heard how you pronounce
Oh,
Foyer.
a foyer
I
versus
say
a
foyer. I say
foyer.
foyer, but maybe that's like my stuffy New England roots. I don't know. It's
No, so Aubrey says foyer.
I think so. I think so,
So
yeah.
when I said it, I wasn't sure if I which way I should say it, but I say
Okay.
foyer. But yes, I know foyer, but I don't. Yeah,
It's weird, right? Because
yeah.
it
I'm
doesn't
not sure what the
follow
difference.
it doesn't follow American English pronunciation rules if you say foyer, right? It
Foyer.
sounds French, and maybe it is a French word, it probably
Maybe.
is.
Well, I'm gonna
But
have to
I've
take a
just
look. Now I'm curious.
yeah, we'll have to have a debate on this. Maybe another episode, guys. Hit the follow button right here. So, Michelle, what did we say first here?
Okay, so you said we really need to clean up around here. So again,
Mhm.
this is go around. This is the more broad term. We're going to spend some
Yes.
time doing this. It's more of a commitment. And then I wanted to
Mhm.
highlight this because you said this place is a disaster, and that's something that people say when something is very messy. You might say, "Oh, it's a disaster."
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of things you could say. That could be another episode for
Y-
sure.
Yeah,
People might use movie quotes or crazy things, but
yeah,
yeah, there's a lot that you could say when you look
yeah.
around at your house and you think, "Uh-oh, something needs to be done." And this is another connection moment because it's very human. I
Yeah,
mean, when we live in a space, it's going to get dirty. We're not perfect, you
right.
know?
Yep,
It's
yep.
normal. So we all have experienced this.
Mhm,
Okay. Then you said, I only need to tidy that up a little, right? I'll start with the foyer.
mhm.
The foyer is looking fine, right?
Yeah.
I only need to tidy that up a little. And we should definitely clarify again how to spell that word, just so that our listeners, if you don't have the transcripts, you know what we're talking about here with our pronunciation differences. Foyer. And what is it, Michelle? Like
Uh,
where in the house?
it's right when you come in the door and that
Hmm.
little space, maybe you hang a jacket there, maybe I remember the foyer in my childhood home, we had a bench there and,
Right, right, right.
yeah.
Exactly. Or if you imagine if you've ever seen the movie Home Alone, where the cop comes in the house
Mhm.
and is greeted by all the people in the house, that's
Yeah.
kind of a foyer where you see
Yes.
the stairs going up. Imagine that moment. That is
Yeah.
the foyer of the house.
Yes.
So,
So that's Foyer.
yes, love it. And then what, Michelle? What did I say?
You said just be sure to clean out the hall closet. So this
Mhm.
is this idea, like Lindsay said, you're imagining you're standing at the closet, you got a trash bag, you're throwing things in it that need to go.
Yeah, maybe you're throwing out old shoes, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Good. And then you said, "Oh, right, and there's a stain on the floor that I need to scrub off." So, for this one, what are you gonna do? You're
You're
gonna
gonna be
really
on your hands and knees. You're getting
Mhm.
down, and with your hand, you're trying to really scrub. And yeah, you might
Yes.
need to
Yeah.
use your nails a little too if you got some.
Oh, hard work, hard work.
Yes.
Nice. And then what else?
Then you said, "I'll rinse off the dishes." So, a few dishes are in the sink, not, too intense, but you're just gonna rinse them
Mhm.
off. So,
All right, I love it. So what's a takeaway for today, Michelle? I think we've thoroughly covered the topic of cleaning today on the show.
well, the takeaway today is one of the takeaways for me is that anything can be a connection topic, and
Yeah.
don't think, oh, this is about cleaning. Who wants to talk about that? I don't know. It's kind of fun to learn about people's habits,
It
um,
is fun.
right?
Yeah.
Things like
Yeah.
that. You can make jokes about. You can be like how I'm a little self-deprecating about it. It's a way to show
Yeah.
your personality.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also a different side of your personality because some
Right.
people, like, they're not always what you would imagine. Maybe
Right.
there's some people that are just very together and organized in their work lives, but then you see their houses, it's a disaster, and that's interesting. That makes the person kind of quirky and maybe more interesting to you, and you dig into
Right.
it a bit. It's just a very human topic, guys. So that's
Yeah.
why we love this for a connection skill. So open up the topic with a native speaker. All right?
Definitely. All right. Well, this was a lot of fun, Lindsay, and guys, happy cleaning.
All right. Talk soon, Michelle. Take care. Bye.
Bye.